We have, we're going to try a new game. This is going to be similar to the game on Whose Line Is It Anyway? And called Whose Line. It's also sometimes called Sentences, where they take suggestions from the audience, but in this case we don't have suggestions from the audience. So
Axe body spray.
we already did that one. And so instead of having written suggestions, we will take these cards in the place of, similar to in Mad Libs when you need a noun or an adjective, you write a noun or an adjective sort of without knowing what the subject is. And we'll just take these cards and say whatever's on them and see if they and have the scene roll with them.
What ended my last relationship? Teletubbies.
Okay.
I'm so sad, George.
What happened now?
Well, Cheryl left me.
Bummer. What happened?
It was Teletubbies.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I just couldn't get over those Teletubbies. And Barney! You know, Barney, oh god. Something about that purple dinosaur just really makes for a wild time.
Yeah, it's just like a pile of leaves.
How is it like a pile of leaves?
It's important.
It's important. Well, you know, this whole situation just makes me feel really dark and fancy. I feel so fancy right now that I might go home and open a bottle of champagne, a can of caviar, and watch the Teletubbies.
And weddings?
Maybe I'll watch the Teletubby wedding.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, it happened during recess. Who knew?
Like during the show recess from the 90s?
You could say that. Sometimes I find myself, when I think about Cheryl and how much I miss her, and when I'm not thinking about Barney or the Teletubbies, I wish that I could jump with the kangaroos. You know, it's just so important to jump with the kangaroos once in a while.
Yeah, I hate take-backsies.
You hate take-backsies. What does that mean?
It's strange.
It's strange? That's what you mean to tell me, it's strange.
Yeah, it's...
You're not clear, George. You're boring. And you're soft.
Well, you're shiny!
Introducing extreme baseball. It's like baseball, but with
pajamas.
That's the best kind of baseball, actually.
Okay.
Do you have the uniform set for the new extreme baseball team?
Yeah, you know what? I had this great idea of taking the uniforms and making them like footy pajamas. Only instead of being like soft and fluffy, they're gonna be smooth.
Ooh, that would be great with the sliding in. Yeah. So what about the fabric? Are we still doing the team numbers on the back? Because I wasn't sure if we were still doing that.
Well, actually, I had this embroider, and she's got this great idea of putting grassy hills on the back.
Ooh, yeah, that would really intimidate the other team. Yeah, it'll make them so good. It'll make them so good.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if at the end they're sharp?
Oh, yeah, then we can really kick their butts. Yeah, we'll humiliate them. Yeah, and they're just going to be going home and with their candy, and they're going to be crying. And
yeah, and it'll be like, oh, the snowstorms.
Snowstorms, yeah, the snowstorms are going down.
Yeah, the snowstorms, they're so clean.
Yes, they're so clean.
And bad.
Yes, they're going to feel so bad.
And shaggy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're just gonna be like oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna crush them with our pajamas.
Yeah, with our pajamas and our silence.
Yes, because silence kills And they're just gonna be thinking to themselves, home videos of Oprah sobbing into lean cuisine.
Yes. Yes, that, and they're gonna be so freaking ugly.
Yeah, it's just gonna be spooky.
Spooky. And now we're going to talk about it.
Coming to Broadway this season, Summer, the musical. Man.
What?
Man.
Man.
Bro.
Bruh.
Dude.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that play that we just saw was so awesome.
Yeah, it just inspired me to be more heavy.
I know, right? That scene with the summer.
Yeah! Like, dude, that scene with the summer was totally hugs.
Totally. Yeah, and they had all those dying of steneries and...
Died of dysentery?
Yes,
Wow.
I cannot pronounce.
Well, you know, that part was a little bit sour for my taste.
Yeah, it was, but you know, that play was so good, you have to have that drama in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the scene with all those dead parents.
Were we watching the same play? Because I remember seeing lots of murders most foul.
I think we were watching the same play, and it was really so loud. I mean,
So loud and so strong. Like, those big muscular lifeguards were
those
so
muscular
strong.
lifeguards, and
They
they're
were so
loud.
strong and
Voices,
so
voices.
quiet. So very quiet.
They're so quiet with those death scenes. I mean,
Nicolas Cage did an amazing job.
I know he did. You know, you don't usually think he's good, but he was so good in this play.
Yeah, you know, heteronormativity was just a big theme.
Yeah.
I totally got that from the very rough, intense, being fabulous moments.
Yes.
Fabulicity.
It was perfect. It was just absolutely stunning and so hard.
It was so hard. You know, embryonic stem cells are the key to the future. That's what this movie
Yes.
taught me.
It
taught me so much about that, and it was just so sweet.
I know.
Just so sweet.
I'm never gonna get over
like,
this play, I
sweet,
swear.
dude.
So sweet.
Yeah, so sweet, dude. It was totally like light, dude.
Yeah, and that part where, you know, the one guy was there with Stalin, it was just...
Oh my God, Stalin! I totally forgot about that part. Do you remember the part with a micro pig wearing tiny raincoats and booties?
Yes, it was perfect. It was exactly what this play needed.
This movie had everything. I would give it about 5 stars and a stinky pile of picnics.
Summer, man. Summer.
Scene. Alright, now Sharissa will figure out what terrible act of God we're going to do next.
Okay. No.
Sharissa's going to figure out what terrible thing we're going to show you next.
In 1,000 years, when paper money is a distant memory, how will we pay for goods and services? Cheese.
You have any Gouda?
No, I'm fresh out. I just had the last minute buying that ladybug.
You bought ladybugs?
Yes.
Can I see? Oh, wow. Those ladybugs are sure exciting and definitely lumpy. I love lumpy ladybugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
And to think
It's so fun.
it's so fun. And to think you bought this with like a square of Gouda.
Yeah.
Do you have any brie?
No, I don't like that. You can never get anything that silly with brie.
Yeah, it's a very serious kind of cheese. It makes me think of synergistic management solutions, you know? Because, you know, brie is such a get-it-done kind of cheese.
Yeah.
Here's your ladybugs. I know. I wish I had some money left so I could buy an Oedipus complex. was gonna buy with a block of Swiss cheese the other day? Estrogen. Lots and lots of tiny estrogen.
Oh, so you really are thinking about changing to a hot pocket.
Definitely. It's a very important life decision that I've come to. And the devil himself is willing to do the deed for me.
Wow. How much is he charging for it?
A dirty pile of blue cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very high cost for this interesting procedure. But you know, it's better than expecting a burp and vomiting on the floor.
Yeah, because you know that is just so lively.
I feel so alive when I'm doing things like that. But it really makes me think that making a pouty face is more useful than we really think about it.
Yeah, like you never know. Like really, like not wearing pants. That is just so cold.
It's so cold. Because when you're not wearing pants and it's like the middle of winter, of course you're cold.
And you lose a lot of heat from your legs.
And then you have to go to the store and get off a slice of provolone so that you can buy a pair of pants.
And you know, provolone's getting really hard to make these days.
It's just so fast, okay?
Yeah.
Everything is happening so fast, and this is so helpful, and it's wonderful, and it's juicy, and it's fuzzy, and it's jolly, and it's cute.
Sledding is also kind of
Hot. It's
And
definitely
new.
hot.
and new.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, really.
But it's really slippery, like especially when you leave, you know, your pile of, oh God, Parmesan on the floor.
Alcoholism, too? Like, there's a lot of cheeses with alcohol in them.
Mm-hmm. And I heard that when they sold the last known bison into cuts, they served it with cheddar, and I thought that was outrageous. I absolutely thought that was nice.